Hey guys, just wanted to share a little bit of information with everybody about kind of what happens when we're overly reliant on horizontal force. So Tyler here is the head teaching professional at Langley Golf Academy in the Lower Mainland of BC, and he's a great player, good golf swing, some good delivery parameters here, but he definitely suffers from a two-way miss and what he kind of calls like a flippy kind of release that he can't control the club face. And I just kind of want to show people, where part of that comes from. So here you'll see on the way down, this club is just about to descend, okay? Right about here. It's on its way down. And he is producing 183 newtons of force coming from his trail leg pushing in this direction, okay? That's going to result in a body that moves over in this direction. So you're going to see a little bit of a slide style move or a lot of pelvic displacement towards the target. Now, when he gets to there, okay, he keeps on moving because he's pushing in that direction a pretty long time in a pretty aggressive manner. And at this point, he knows subconsciously, of course, that he can't square this club face. Because if he does it kind of properly, he's going to launch it straight into the ground. So he starts to release that club towards extension of this lead wrist and starts to see this impact position, a little bit, in the middle part of his body, kind of the stand-up move. So what we did was we kind of took away some of that horizontals. So instead of being 183 newtons at peak, it's 120 here, okay? And it's much, much earlier. So now by the time he gets to the top and having that club start to come down, he is actually, instead of being at his peak, he is already well on his way down the line here. I'm creating this braking force earlier. Now that's going to send that shoulder up and back in this direction, which is going to help him lean the shaft forward and start to clean up a lot of this impact position. So you can see from down the line, he's in a ton better posture. He's more rotated. A lot of good stuff is happening here. Here he's kind of got that slide forward move, that kind of catch up with the hands, because it's just how he's reacting to the delivery, how his body's moving. He has to react to the club face, or with the club face, sorry. So what we see is a player who's swinging 115, hitting this golf ball at 161 ball speed and 37 yards offline. The one prior to this was actually 70-ish yards, 74, I think, offline to the left. This one is 41 feet to the right, an increase of 21 yards in carry. And by the way, this is the longest one that he hit during collection. And you'll see here that he starts to see the club path kind of neutralize just a little bit. Club head speed goes up 3 miles per hour and ball speed goes up 4. And he hits it, like I said, 21 yards further, much, much closer to the fairway. A lot better look, a lot better functionality. And all we really did in this case was take away some of this reliance on this horizontal force. So reduce the amount of trail side push. I think a lot of golfers have been taught to really push off their lead foot and then, stack it up on their lead side and be able to kind of toe tap or pull all their weight or pressure off of their trail foot at finish. That's simply just not really true. So you'll see here that he has a reduction of 24% on his lead foot pressure. So over here is 86%. He kind of gets from here 70% and just adds to it, as opposed to now he gets early to 78% and starts to decrease that pressure from the lead side. Okay. I do not really want good players, at least, to really feel like they just move from right foot back to left foot. I want them to feel like they move from right foot to left foot early so that it can allow them time to do whatever helps them better, whether it's creating more torque through the lead side, whether it's creating verticals or more braking force. Typically, through good players, we're going to see this pressure accelerate backwards pretty quick and pretty early. Okay, so again, taking away this reliance on horizontal force, what we're going to see is the pressure in his feet starts to accelerate backwards pretty meaningfully around impact. He gets to a high of 32 miles per hour, 32.9 miles per hour, where the pressure is shifting back, as opposed to at the same kind of phase of his golf swing, he's still accelerating forward. Okay, so here he's accelerating back at impact 8.4 miles per hour, and over here at impact, he's still accelerating forward at 2.7 miles per hour. He eventually gets into this kind of snap of pressure movement, But ultimately it's about half of what it is over here, and it's quite a bit later as that starts to happen. So you'll see at similar phases of the golf swing, he's 43% lead foot versus 77. This is not a hangback, a fallback, whatever. This is a pushback. He's using that lead foot for a real purpose. And like I said, it all of a sudden starts to kind of put us in way better impact alignments. So just be aware that, the way that golf has been taught for a long time, we load up our trail foot, we load up to our lead foot, and we toe tap. Typically not what we're going to see from some of the best players in the world and people with really established high-end patterns. So if you've got any questions, again, please feel free to reach out, DMs, response to this video, whatever, and we'll try to kind of help people continue to learn how to use the ground more effectively and bust some of these myths that are out there in the world of golf. Anyways, take care, everybody.